What's up, guys? This is Pressure back here with play number 5 in the 3-4 over scheme. So today I'm going to be showing you guys some cover 2 defense. I'm going to show you some coverage defense, some ways that you can effectively run this the entire game. And I'm also going to show you a blitz that I like to run on occasion to really throw off my opponent. So to start, I'm going to show you the blitz. The play is called OLB Fire 2. We're going to run this against a shotgun set. So the setup is going to be to base a line, shift the line to the left, and shift the linebackers up. It's the exact same setup as the previous videos. Okay. The next step is you're going to contain. You are then going to take this outside linebacker and move him over here to the left. You're going to take Marshall and you're going to stand over the right guard and hold the left trigger. Now, if it works, and most of the time it works, but sometimes it will get picked up, Von Miller should shoot free right at Roethlisberger. There you go. So the line gets confused on who to block, and Von Miller shoots around and gets the sack. So that's the blitz that I like to occasionally send, and it really, like I said, it really throws off the opponent because they're not expecting that linebacker to completely come around free. And I will say that the longer you stand in the gap with your middle linebacker here holding the left trigger, the better that the blitz, effectively comes in. So the longer you can stay there, the better. All right. So some effective tips to run a cover 2 defense is you want to take one of the middle linebackers and put them in a deep blue. Okay. Now, if you want to rush some guys without setting up the blitz, that's perfectly fine. But when you're running a cover 2, I like to put some yellows out there, run it just like this. So you have a 3-man pass rush. And what you could do with this play to make it seem like you're setting up the blitz is to move Von Miller, your outside linebacker, over here a little bit. So they're always going to have to worry about that. Once you send that play once at your opponent, they're going to have to worry about, hey, is he blitzing me? Is he coming off that edge or not? So always set up this play identical to the way that I showed you the first time. Okay. Now, your opponent may think, oh, hey, he's blitzing me, so let me go ahead and block my running back. So he blocks a running back. Now he only has 4 guys to possibly pass the football to, and you have all of these guys in coverage. Okay, so we're going to call hike and just show you that it's extremely difficult to find somebody open when you have this many guys in coverage. Okay, now another effective way to run a Tampa 2 cover 2 style defense is to put both your outside linebackers in hard flats. All right. Now, what that's going to do, and this looks a little silly, but I promise you it works. What that's going to do is it's going to stop your opponent from trying to attack some of the weaknesses of a cover 2. If someone knows you're in a cover 2 and they're like, hey, he's either got a hard flat or a cloud flat, he may try to attack one or the other. Okay, he may try to attack the underneath, and then if not, he'll have something over the top set up. So I'll show you here with a out route and a swing route to the running back that both of these should technically be taken away. As you see there, the pass is just way too tight to fit in there to Antonio Brown. And a lot of the times, like I said, this will really throw your opponent off because they're expecting one of their routes to be open when they set up their play, and they're not, and they try to force it, and they get a pick, and you get a pick. And again, when you move this linebacker over here, they're going to know, and they're going to always have to think, hey, is he blitzing me or is he not? It's something they're always going to have to worry about. But these ways here are ways that you can run this defense the entire game, especially against somebody who's pass happy, loves to pass the football, only runs the ball on occasion. This is a great pass coverage defense, so if it's 3rd and long, 3rd and 7, your opponent's passing the ball, this is a defense to turn to. And remember, you always want to move this linebacker over here, regardless if you're blitzing him or not, to make it seem like he's coming off the edge. It's extremely effective. These are some things that I've done personally with the Tampa 2 cover 2 style defense, and it works very, very well against opponents. It really throws them off, and putting this middle linebacker here in a deep blue takes away the weakness of a cover 2, which is down the middle, and this middle linebacker is able to pretty much run with just about any receiver down the field. All right, so these are some tips on how to run the cover 2 the entire game. Remember, always move that linebacker over here because They're always going to think that he's blitzing, but you don't always have to blitz him. And remember, you don't have to always run max coverage. You can bring 4. You could just, you could set it up like this and just bring him off the edge if you want to have another guy in pass coverage. You could always spy somebody, but always make sure you're bringing 3 at least, so you don't get pancaked if they try to run the ball. Okay, so this is play number 5. This is an extremely effective defense, a base defense that you can run the entire game. Mix up the other plays, and as you see here, we're having a very, very good 3-4 over scheme developing. More plays to come. Stay tuned, guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Peace out.